What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, 2 for 1 this time. First, I'm gonna talk about the CMA and how they're reinvestigating the New Deal, blah, blah, blah. Some people like D-Batch are like, oh, they're delaying it again. I'm like, actually, Microsoft said about October 18th or something like that, or they did their deadline, their penalty payment deadlines basically based on that, because they knew this was gonna happen. So nothing's changed. It's all good. So there's no, there's really nothing to be said about that, except for the fact that they're in the UK, they're handing off, or the whole deal is cloud gaming, the cloud part of this Activision deal, meaning Activision Blizzard King games on cloud, offered for cloud, will be managed or owned. They're giving the license to Ubisoft, and they can make all their money from that or whatever. And it's like, if you think about it, cloud isn't doing what, cloud is like it's extra credit, it's extra benefit. It's not even part of the main ecosystem. It's in there, but it's not a main feature. It's a feature. It's like, I got electric windows in my car. No, that's kind of dumb. It's like, I got a sunroof. I mean, something that's extra, that's a bad example. Sorry, I'm out of examples, but I'm just saying, it's not, cloud gaming isn't it? And it won't be it for a while, because as technology moves forward and forward and forward, the, not physical, but the actual native gaming experience will always be better than cloud. Always. Because we're talking about speed, the speed of light, the speed of energy. And with all this new superconductor talk coming, like ambient temperature, room temperature superconductor, all that talk coming, if they implement ambient temperature superconductivity into electronics, forget about it. That means zero resistance. That means speeds like ridiculousness. And heat, I don't know if there would be any heat, because it's just, there probably would be heat. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, there wouldn't be that much heat because there's no resistance. So the resistance is what causes the... Anyway, video games. So Ubisoft is getting the rights to do the cloud stuff, which Microsoft really doesn't care about. It's really about Game Pass. And people are conflicting. Wow, my brain and words. They are confusing what Game Pass is. Well, these are the people who don't know. They're like, oh, Game Pass is the cloud. It's like, that's not what it is. Game Pass is a subscription service where you download the games. It has nothing to do with the cloud. A version of Game Pass, a tier of Game Pass, does have cloud connectivity. I told you my words are broken today. And but that's ultimate. I have it. I've played maybe a half a game, not even half a game, 2 seconds of like a Hellblade on it, and it wasn't that good because I was far away, and it was on my phone, and I was like, so it wasn't that great. But that's not why you use it. I think I played another indie game. I can't remember what it was, but that was on my Xbox. So, I mean, I will say the Xbox version of the cloud is definitely better than the cell phone version, the version I played. But once again, I was away from towers. I was in the Canadian wilderness or something. So yeah. Anyway, so that happened. It's not really a big deal. That's why I didn't commit a whole video to it, because I'm like, whatever. It's just it'll happen. Everything will get worked out, and deal's gonna get done. And hopefully before Modern Warfare 3 is out. I saw the trailer today. I was like, okay, yeah, Modern Warfare looks good. I don't know what they do, but they triple bake those lights, man, because them games look good. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was I watched the opening night live, Jeff Keighley's joint. That was pretty good. It was way better. Obviously, it's way better than the Sony's, whatever. I don't even know what the name of that was. Way better than that. Was it better than Microsoft's? I think it was maybe on par, maybe not. It was good. I think it was a good evolution of like the hype that was built up on Microsoft Bethesda joint. And now they gave this, and it's like, oh yeah. The momentum is continuing. So I don't think it was any better, but it wasn't. I don't think it was that much worse. At the end, it kind of petered off, but whatever. The main thing I wanted to talk about regarding that show, besides the idiot that came up at the GTA 6, whatever he was saying, and Jeff was like, oh, okay, all right. He's so uncomfortable. Okay. He should have the right to just sweep the legs on dudes like that. Yo, if you come up on the stage for the prep, go wide and watch Jeff do his thing. He had his sneakers on. He could have done it. Anyway, he can't assault people. I get it. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was Starfield hype. Once again, it is continuing. And I didn't think it would. I was like, Starfield, oh my gosh. And I just heard today that they leaked 40 minutes of the beginning of the game. And I was like, I'm not even gonna watch that. I don't need to watch that because everybody's gameplay is gonna be different anyway. I mean, the first 40 minutes may be the same in a way, but not really. Anyway, so the live action Starfield advertisement. Remember a little bit ago, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, all these ponies and dog unicorns, they were like, they're in trouble. There's no advertising. There's no ads there's no marketing for Starfield. What's going on? They're in trouble. There's so much marketing. Every time I turn on, I don't have YouTube Premium. I'm not rich like that. Me and Lord Cognito, we chilling in the hood. We chilling in Co-op City. Watching ads. And so every time I turn on YouTube, I get an ad. And I get a lot of Starfield ads. A lot. And so this last ad, which was the live action, I had to watch it a couple times. I first saw it, I was like, okay. And then they put that Elton John song on there. I was like, all right. He didn't sing it. They had a cover. It was a cover. And it was orchestrated and stuff. I was like, all right. And I like the how they shot it, right? The imagery, like the actual actors that they put in there. Like they had the Asian dude who was going off on the ship. They had a little blue-eyed African girl there. I don't know if she's African, but she's black. And I was looking at it, I was like, yo, they are hitting it. They are hitting this ad campaign, this marketing cycle so hard and so well. They haven't made a bad ad yet. Like before, it was like all ads to play gameplay and all that stuff. Now they did one of those ads where if you're a casual, a noob or whatever, you don't know nothing about video games, but oh yeah, I have a PlayStation because that's the video game console that you buy because you don't know any better. And then you see this ad. It's like, oh, Starfield's cool. Oh man, I got to get that for my PS5 because you don't know no better. And then you go to the store. It's like, yeah, I want to get Starfield. It's for PS5, right? It's like, no, you got Xbox. It's like, uh-oh. It's going to sell consoles. That's my point. It's going to sell consoles because I'm already invested. I'm going to get it on Game Pass, right? But I'm going to actually buy the $32 version, $35 with the Game Pass discount. So I'm paying into it. And the thing about a game that is good, that is as good as this, that is a generational game, basically, people will buy it, even if it is offered out free. Because like for me, I'm like, I still have a little bit of collector inside of me. So I bought the controller. I'm about to buy the skin, the little vest, the little bulletproof vest for the Xbox Series X. I don't even have an X, and I want that thing. I'm like, okay, it's $50. Which is, I mean, if it was $39.99, if it was $49.99, I'd be like, let's go. But, it's more expensive than a camel, sure. But it's not that expensive. So I'm like, I should just buy it in anticipation of me getting the X. And I'm like, why would I do that? But it looks so cool. And I would be the dumb person to buy it and to modify it so I can put it on my Series S. They should make a Series S version. That's all I'm saying. Look, make a Series S version. Charge $49 for it. I'd buy it. I don't know if it would work. Would it work? Yeah, it'll work. They could do the same thing. Anyway, the hype is real. The hype is not stopping. People are talking about it. People are playing it. Nobody's breaking embargo for the most part. all these content creators like, you playing Starfield? Oh, I'm playing Starfield. I can't say nothing about it. You know it's good because people are just, it's like they're bragging about the fact that they're playing Starfield and they can't say anything. Like if the game was hot trash garbage, they would be like, they wouldn't even say, oh yeah, I'm playing Starfield. Let's keep it moving. You know, you can tell without them actually saying anything, the excitement of them, the fact that they keep mentioning it. I'm playing it. The fact that I'm playing it and the game is looking good, and they're happy because they're playing it and the game is good. If the game was bad, excuse me, then they wouldn't be so happy, if you will. You know, even Gaz and who was it? It was Gaz and Cold Eastwood. He was on Colt show, and they were saying they were getting close to the line. Let's just say that. And I'm looking at Gaz's face, and Gaz can't hide that. He has like no poker face. He's just is his ADD or whatever. And I was looking at him, I was like, yeah, that game is gonna be just, it's gonna be so good. It is good. It's crazy. And the fact that, you know, they give out all these advanced copies for reviewers to review. Everybody's reviewing it. It's an indication that the game, they are confident about the quality of the game. And like I said, when you just see about what the game is and what type of gamer you are, it's just, it's like, it's for so many different type of gamers it's kind of like a paradigm shift, if you will. Not really, because they've been making these games forever, but they took a lot of extra time for this one. And they added some extra systems that make it that game. And people were saying that about Baldur's Gate 3, like, oh, this is the new paradigm, this is the new, type of quality standard for these type of games, RPGs or whatever. I'm like, no, y'all haven't gotten to the third act. And I want to hear Jez's review in progress, because a lot of these people who reviewed it didn't get to the third act. You know, they got to the 1 and 2, and those were super polished because those were in early access. Third act wasn't in early access. Third act is kind of shaky, as far as I know, anecdotally speaking, or from the anecdotes that I have gotten from the interwebs. But yeah, third act ain't super polished. There's super bugs and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, you know. So I mean, there is a part of Baldur's Gate that does kind of show what, you know, quality can be in that type of game, but so does Starfield. And the beauty about Starfield that people don't realize, ponies don't realize, because they didn't really have mods on the PlayStation, because PlayStation doesn't allow mods. Why do you play on PlayStation where they are so restrictive? They're censoring butt cracks because, I don't know, are they Puritan over there in Japan? I don't know. They don't allow the mods that make these Bethesda games so great. So even if Starfield was on PlayStation 5, it wouldn't be the best version. The Xbox version and the PC version would be the better versions because of the mods. And the mods are going to make all the people beautiful. Honestly, that's the only thing that I see that's kind of wrong with Starfield Vanilla. But I would say them adding different pieces, like different aesthetic pieces to the shipbuilding I hope that's what they can do. And that would make Starfield, that would put it to another level. Because I saw somebody made the Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. Aluminum Falcon. Anyway, they made the Millennium Falcon. And they used, you know, the parts that they had. And they had it at a certain angle, so it kind of looked like it was round. It wasn't round. It was just, it was long. And so I was like, okay, you know, they tried. I'll try it too, but once those mods come in and they get different, like maybe rounder pieces on the side and stuff, forget about it. I'm like, let's go. Like, make it look like give me some greebles, or whatever the hell give me all the little pieces to make that ship the way I want. And even make your own ships, like, that aren't like Starfield-esque, you know? So many, like, my mind is like, the indication of a good game is when you are thinking about it when you're not playing it. I haven't even started playing it and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's a good game, period. You know, if you have to play a game that, I gotta play it for 10 hours and then it gets good, no. And certain developers, certain companies, Square Enix, do this a lot. And maybe it's part of their formula, maybe it's how they're used to making games, maybe it's a tradition. But it's training gamers to accept the mediocre. Instead of having a quality product from start to finish, you got bullshit in the beginning, and then, it gets good over here when the world opens up 20 hours later. I'm like, look, I don't have time for this. You don't respect my time, I'm not gonna give you money. Period. That's how this works. Time is money. Respect my time, I'll give you money. You don't respect my time, you don't get my money. That's how that works. And certain people don't realize this. That's why Game Pass is so important. If these devs are gonna make some bullshit games like that, you put it in Game Pass, then I'll try it. And if I can get past the 20 hours, then that's okay. But if I'm 5 hours in, I'm like, yeah, I'm not wasting my time anymore. Guess what? You didn't make a good game. You should have fixed it. It's like pacing in a movie. If the pacing is off for the first hour and then it gets good at the end, last hour or something, I'm like, that doesn't make the movie good. It makes it meh. You have to subtract some merit points from the horribleness to offset the goodness. It's like, oh man, that part in that movie was real good, but the rest of the movie was dumb. Or the acting was dumb, the music was dumb, the writing was dumb. But that special effect right there, that was good. That special effect does not save the rest of the movie. Same way that games, you can't have a whole bunch of garbage and then expect the end where, you actually spent some time to be, save it or whatever. No. Your game has to be straight from the jump to the bump. From the bling to the blow. From the start to the blunt. I'm just saying. Anyway, I just want to touch on that Starfield live action trailer. Is really good. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's on Starfield's YouTube channel. And I mean, the special effects were awesome. I was like, yo, they could make a movie. They could make a Starfield movie. I'm looking at that. I'm like, yo, that looks all right. Shoot. So, about to sneeze. Nope. I squished it down. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you watched ONL, that's what they call it, Opening Night Live. What was your favorite part? They had a lot of good stuff in there. Let me know what y'all thought about it. What y'all thought about the live action Starfield trailer. We don't have to talk about CMA and all that stuff. That's whatever. But yeah, once again, I appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Just wait.